We're starting off with the Wild 19 for Dynamo. The other songs in the set are Bewitched, Feel the Melody, Galactical, and Busted Out.
All of our best of 5 sets, winners, losers, grands, they are level 15 to 19 for those inquiring. So here we go. We're leading off with the hardest song in this draw, quite frankly. And objectively, it's a level 19. Right at the beginning, game 1.
Something of this density, Malkier is clearly comfortable with.
I mean, sometimes it can be easier to time something when there's consistent notes and you have the consistent feedback from the game that you're right on time. Although both players are playing very strong at the halfway mark, you'll love to see it.
I will say, if there's one thing that's a little more frustrating, especially as a lower level player in SMX, the game isn't totally clear sometimes with how early or late you are, unless you're really actually seeing where you hit when the note disappeared. Malkier still holding his lead.
Yeah, quite frankly, an extremely convincing lead. That was a absolute perfect combo up until the one extended 16th run, and then they just kind of ran a little bit ahead there, picked up a whole bunch of early perfects. Super clean otherwise, so very nice 6 start.
Very, very, very good score.
A good show of confidence, too, going into the set. And I think that's what you're going to want, since if Malkier wins the set, they will need to win another one to win the tournament. So hopefully that momentum continues to carry.
All right, next up is Bewitched Hard, which is a 17. Oh, this is the Hard Plus chart.
Yes.
So for those of you not familiar with SMX, they've done a couple things now where they've gone through their library and added second charts to some songs to kind of bridge the gap in levels a little better. It's a really great thing.
It's more content to play. So for game 2, Bewitched, this is very different from Dynamo. It's a slower BPM, a little more syncopated, a little more off steps and upbeats to account for. So we'll see what happens here when we're switching the style of chart up quite considerably.
I love charts that really kind of force you to do a certain style of move, like with that hold, and then you had to do
the cross under, yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't dance game enough to know the actual terms, but
no worries. I got you covered.
I love that sort of choreography just in general. Really kind of puts the dance back into dance games for me. Which is another thing that like the co-op and team charts in this game do pretty well. Sometimes to humorous effect as well.
All right, I think Malkier is going to close this one out very convincingly.
Yep.
Kind of built up a little bit of a lead there following Kevy picking up one early note Oh no, it was a late, sorry. One late, more towards the end, and then you can kind of see from the graph there, sort of drifting a little bit back to the other side. Maybe like a little bit of over-adjustment, but...
All right, third song of the set is going to be Feel the Melody. BPM of this set so far has kind of been all over the place. You really have to know how to adapt. 132 to 110 to 175.
110 to 175 is going to be a bit of a jump, yes. About the halfway mark, Malkier is holding a slight lead. Good, precise build combos from both players so far, though. Very close game.
Very, very, very close.
One perfect.
One perfect and just that late start at the beginning. So, wait, that's three from Malkier. That's the bracket reset.
That's the bracket reset.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going into the true ultimate grand final set.
It's just what everyone wants. More StepManiaX.
And we'll have the song selection as soon as the process is complete. It's been quite the busy day, quite the excitement. This is, as far as I'm aware, this is the first SMX event to take place on a DX cab of this size. But I'm not in the community enough to know for sure. I just feel like all the Twitch streams I've seen are on the smaller setups.
Typically, yes. I'm not sure if it's authoritatively the first tournament on this, but certainly at scale, this could very well be first. I will have to do a little research to see if that is the case. It is certainly unique in that it is the first one within a round one bowling and amusement location.
Yeah, for sure. I do have to wonder, and I'm excited for when we get into uppers to see how people used to the smaller screens and setups do adapt to the DX, because it is significantly larger.
Yes.
Like, I want to say the original monitor was 40-something inches. And
thereabout, and this is closer to 70, yes.
yeah, the screen, even if you just put the screen on a pole, the screen would be massive. But with the rest of the shell around it, it is a very different experience.
Card draw is ongoing, and I suspect we'll know in a moment.
Yep.
It looks like it's finalized, so we will see it shortly.
They're taking pictures of it now. Oh, it looks like, yep, they do have to switch sides for this match. Malkier's been playing. Malkier's been playing, what, 2 or 3 straight on the P2 side?
Yes. Part of the match preparation process is selecting the side the players will play on, so I imagine a side swap may have occurred during that. Crowd is hyped for the Grand Finals reset.
Start this show.
All right. Oh, we have Malkier's pocket pick. Robot World, Wild 19.
Wild 19. And I believe we're going to go straight into it.
And then the rest of the set will be Emotion, Arcade Run, REO, and Under the Bed.
All of those being the hard chart equivalents.
Yes. Very interestingly, it's a straight shot decrease in difficulty going down the board.
That will make for a very funny game 5 if we get that far, but it started on game 1.
All right, Malkier still holding on to his white combo. Kevy holding on to the full combo, but
It picks up just a couple of weights there.
I think they were earlies, but no, late.
All right, neither player wants to commit to the spin, which I never fault anyone playing for accuracy for double stepping that kind of pattern. After all, if you're trying to keep your time, especially if you visual time, turning away from the screen is the antithesis of that. Malkier's built up a convincing lead into the stop. Rush is just a little bit coming out of it though, but not enough to change the lead.
Kevy trying to hit those patterns. Just falling off a bit. Very, very convincing win, but then again, this was a pocket pick.
If we're perfect to 1 early, that's a very comfortable performance for a pocket pick.
All right, next up is Emotion by Smiley. From a 19 to an 18.
All right, it looks like game 2 will be starting momentarily.
And again, both Malkier and Kevy are locals, so they know each other. They've played against each other, played with each other, kind of both.
Kevy's going to lose a couple of points there for not nailing the lift 100%. Both players get through that little slight gallop section pretty well, though. That's something when I was personally working on this chart tripped me up a lot.
Yeah, those lifts, they you could really hear them switch legs, almost.
Very good from both players on this gallop. Gallops are deceptively hard to time. And if you're trying to go step to not, be forced to hit the 16th, off beat, you're adding a lot of extra steps.
Another close, but definitely in Malkier's favor win.
Yeah, it was a very clean performance from Malkier. No missed lifts, gold combo. Very clean, very good.
Another exciting step down. 18 to 17 for Arcade Run.
Well, this should be interesting because I do believe Malkier played this earlier in the tournament, and we definitely did see Arcade Run before. Arcade Run hard.
We'll see how if the drop down from starting off at a 19 swings back towards Kevy's favor.
No, Malkier, they've been consistent all night, I'd say. Pretty much clean on everything that's been played so far.
I mean, he started the tournament, his first set in the tournament with back-to-back true all-perfect combos.
Yeah, there's not much to really comment with the patterns in the middle of this chart. Mostly just very straightforward hitting eighth notes. Got a couple of patterns that start on the upbeat rather than the downbeat, so just need to be mindful of that. But really the more difficult things, especially once you start introducing the 16th little trills here and there in the back half, I think that's where we're more likely to see the score vary, just like that. Bump, 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 bump. Coming up onto this last quarter or so of the song, it is slightly in Kevy's favor. Margins are thin, though. Kevy nails it.
Kevy takes that, so we keep going.
Yeah, he's only one game away from losing the whole thing and still putting up a fight, so. Down, but far from out.
And again, we step down in difficulty to the 16.
I'm looking for some advice here. How do I hit a lift?
Oh, to go somewhere?
Yeah, like if I have a lift on screen, what do I do?
Oh,
I let it go.
Oh, dang it. That, shoot.
Game 4.
I'm sad we had to cut the commentator webcam because I had a very, very defeated look on that, on my face. But we needed to, we had to decide player cams or commentator cams, and
Player
cams are much more important.
I always get so nervous seeing these players like tap like such high taps on the hold notes. And just like, no, please put your foot back down in time. That must have hurt me, thank you.
Malkier once again holding a
Yeah, especially timing those patterns that start on the upbeat rather than the downbeat so well. And of course, still holding on to that goal combo coming into the last couple of phrases in the song. Not over yet. See what happens in the outro. Fairly straightforward here.
Woohoo! Ladies and gentlemen, that is it.
So congratulations to Malkier for winning the Love Arcade Lowers Tournament. With possibly the strongest opening I've ever seen in a Lowers tournament personally. 2 back-to-back, absolute perfect combos, and then just consistent, strong showings all the way through. And making it back out from loser's side.